Any fool can know, but the point is to understand. The thing about know-it-alls is that they know a lot of things, but they probably don't understand much. You know? Like, you can hear by the very essence of their voice and the very thickness of their uh, glasses, the very shape of their glasses, that you can tell that they're a nerd. The smell of their clothes, the smell of their body odor, the look in which their hair drags, the acne on their face. You can tell that they're a nerd. You can tell that they're a know it all. But what do they know? Well, what do they know? They know, like, uh, the biggest spider on the world. They know what the word draconian is. Like, those are like a few examples that came out of uh my construction class, and it's this one freaking know-it-all that, oh my god, it reminded me of when I was younger. That when I was a know-it-all, I used to freaking shoot up my hand every time there was like a sort of scientific, biological, natural fact, and I just started like spurging and seizing in my chair, just like, Miss, pick me, pick me, pick me. When, like, no other person knows the answer to it. And the reason why I knew it is because I researched these random things. And why did I research these random things? Well, it's because I didn't research it. The YouTube algorithm researched it for me. And that caused me to know a bunch of stuff. Bro, it recommended me like Vsauce, 32. uh, all these like fact channels, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, I went into a rabbit hole of them as a kid. And it's entertainment, bro. It's entertainment. Like, you don't need to know like what the most gigantic spider in the world is, or what draconian means. Maybe for like LA, but like, why? You don't need to know what these things mean, but you learn it. That's the thing that I dislike about know-it-alls, is that they learn. No, they don't learn. They know a bunch of stuff because they just watch a bunch of videos. I've been in their shoes. I know the exact process that goes through their mind. If they if they don't know something, their ego will certainly search it up on the internet, and it's like, world's biggest spider, world's biggest building, Burj Khalifa. And so, yeah, the point about learning is to understand and not to know. I have this one friend that like tries to get answers off of me, but like I try to explain to him the processes in which I got to that answer, and he's like, "Yeah, I just want to verify though." Shut the fuck up, bro. You if you don't know like the actual process to it, like, come on, come on, bro. I was like telling him inverse tan. When there's tan and inverse tan, they cancel out because the inverse of tan is supposed to be okay. Yeah, I did a pretty terrible job at explaining to him. It's like multiplication and division. It's like multiplying by 2 and then dividing by 2. You know? That's basically what inverse tan is. It cancels out tan. That's an inverse of a function. That's what an inverse of a function is. If it's a function and then inverse function and then x, then they cancel out and it's just x. If it's a function and then inverse function and then x, they also cancel out. And that's what I like about math, is that it's logical. You don't have to like take all of these like facts and just like put it in your brain. You don't even need to memorize a bunch of that. All you need to memorize is like the logic behind the thing, not the actual thing, how to find it, but how the mathematicians found it long ago. And that's the thing with knowledge. Knowledge, you should probably like use your knowledge at least. In the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, in the chapter specialized knowledge is where you use that knowledge and you can make money out of it. You can use that knowledge to improve yourself and improve your company, improve like many aspects of it. The thing is with specialized knowledge is that you use it. If you don't use this like specialized knowledge, then it becomes generalized knowledge. If you use that generalized knowledge in a sort of way, you you now have specialized knowledge. The thing about specialized knowledge is that you use it and not just know it like general knowledge. I remember I used to be a know-it-all. As a kid, I just researched those things, but then I stopped. The reason being was the pandemic. The pandemic caused me to like stop researching all of those things because it's kind of useless, and what am I going to use my time for? Well, trying to catch up on schoolwork that I could not figure out how to do because I was extremely undisciplined. Extremely undisciplined. And the reason why I was undisciplined is because I was I was reliant on other people in order for them to put me on to do whatever, you know? Like I know for my parents, they would tell me wash the dishes and I'll wash the dishes. They tell me to vacuum, I'd vacuum. School teacher says, "Yeah, do this assignment." And I'm like, "Yep, yep, I will." But then the pandemic kind of like changed it where I didn't feel obligated to do anything. I was not obligated to do anything. And that was like the scary part because I didn't do anything. I didn't want to do schoolwork. I didn't want to follow my parents. I didn't want to like hear what my parents were saying. Well, my mom was like, telling me about my homework, and I'm like, oh, okay. Bro, I didn't even procrastinate. Well, I did procrastinate, but like only on LA social, that's it. And bro, I'm a logical person. I thought I would be doing math and science. I thought I would be completing those easy. Nope, apparently not. I remember watching all these motivational videos. These like videos that have like motivation. Oh my god. Uh Jordan Peterson talking. Sadhguru. Motivational speech. You know? And so those things just like feels bad for the neighbor. Those things I didn't do anything. I remember I was like going upstairs to my room and just sitting there thinking. Not even thinking. Just like staring at my wall. Bro, I was staring at my wall before Hamza was promoting staring at your wall. Bro, I was like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I knew what I had to do, but I didn't know what to do in life. Like, I remember in grade 7, my social teacher uh, introduced the school to stock trading. And I was like, really, really like into that uh, sort of thing because he introduced it. That social teacher was actually balling home. Yeah, a lot of the things that happened in my life, I think, were happened because of chance. Like, bro, I wouldn't be like into programming if they decided to put me into pre-engineering or construction or something. Like those last minute decisions saved me, saved me from whatever life I would live. I think if I took pre-engineering, I would hate myself because like I'm taking pre-engineering now, and I kind of am slow. But with computer science, that really like actually I'm popping off on that. You know, all the mind uh option courses that I'm taking in high school, those I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good. Like bro, I'm in Chinese right now, and like I'm doing pretty good in Chinese, like a pretty high average, you know, and uh with Chinese, it's I'm balling, you know, bro. I was interested in like language learning as a kid, and then it stopped, and then it starts, and then it stops, and it starts. There's like a Hindi, no, a Sanskrit word for like there's three types of motivations in like Sanskrit in like ancient India, you know. They didn't believe in like motivation like we did now. Only three different kind of work types. I think like I was like pitta, which was like I start on a thing and then I just like stop and then work on another thing and then stop and then work on another thing and stop. But like I'm interested in these things only. And so I would like rotate between them. And that's what I find like interesting about the sort of things that I've done Cause like I have specialized knowledge. I can do stuff. I'm no longer a know-it-all, bro. I know how to do stocks. I know how to invest. I don't know much about real estate, but I do know that it's a wild market out there, bro. The market in the world in general is wild, and thus I'm grateful that I was a know-it-all, because now I realize that it's not all about knowledge. It's about understanding what you have to do, what your purpose in life is. What's the point in life? The point in life is to do what you're doing right now. And you can alter what you are doing right now so that it either puts you up for better or for worse. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. I don't fucking know.